Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michael from Divine Traders, and this is the trade recap for Friday. It's currently Sunday, but I wanted to get a video out for y'all just explaining my thought process for going into NFP Friday. And I did take a few trades. I came out of the day negative, I think $50. It was about $40 or so. It wasn't too bad because the two previous days I went up about $1,000 each day. So if I minimize my losses or make my losses small, but have big winning days, then I'll seek profitability. And currently, in my last video, I said I was going through the 2024 mentorship. I'm still doing that. I'm on lecture 3 or lecture 4. I can't remember exactly. I've been really busy, but I plan to tackle some of those. Let's see. Anyway, starting on TradingView, I'm still getting used to it. I'm starting to draw the new day opening gaps every 5 days, or for 5 consecutive days. You want to draw out the new days opening gaps because those will be price magnets for price to want to attract to. And I still use Trade-of-8. I'm most comfortable with it currently, but I do want to start using TradingView, so I'm practicing. And yeah, I'll go ahead and show you the trade and what I was looking for. I had no real bias starting on the daily chart. I had no bias to the day. So I was kind of waiting to see what price wanted to do. It looks like we go ahead and respect this volume imbalance with 3 consecutive days. And even the 4th day. It wicks down just barely and then explodes up, which is good. That means this is a support level. I don't use support and resistance, but that's just terminology to show how candles are being supported and resisted. So going down on a smaller time frame, I typically like to use the 15-minute for the 15-minute time chart. And so it looks like coming into the market for Friday, I was really apprehensive to go in a trade because NFP Friday is a lot of volatility, and I wanted to wait after news dropped to kind of see where price wanted to settle and wanted to go. So we were generating smooth liquidity, bullish. We were going up in an uptrend. And when the market's open at 8:30, it looks like price skyrocketed, or the pre-market, I should say, of the New York AM session. And going down to the 15-minute here, because I'll be able to explain it a little bit better, and I'll draw it out for you. And I'll show you I can't show you the execution, but I can show you the trades I took and where I entered and, yeah, all that good stuff. But going into the market, like I said, I didn't have much of a bias. I knew we were generating a ton of sell side that I wanted to see get swept, but obviously, as you could see, the markets didn't want to, and that's totally fine. I was expecting, but I was not imposing my will, and that's one thing I'll stand by, is anticipating where price will go, but not acting until you see what you want. So that being said, let's see. Coming into the market, we have a bunch of sell side being generated. All these lows from these wicks are just sell side, where retail traders put their stop losses. And we're building up an uptrend, hopefully to get people to think it's going up and then take out these sell sides, is what I was anticipating. And it didn't happen, unfortunately. And so I ended up with a loss. But going down to the 1-minute time frame is where I took all my trades today, or on Friday. And so we could just mark a few things out. So we start at 8:30, and I was waiting for news at 10 o'clock. So I wasn't really looking to take anything in this time period. Also, I didn't really see a good trade entry. I have a few guidelines here. I could share these in the Discord. And if I didn't mention already, I do have a Discord if y'all would like to join. It's growing slowly but surely. And I'd love for you guys to come chat in here and share ideas and trading biases and all this other stuff. And eventually I'll do some live trading with y'all. But yeah, going through this, let's just mark out a few PD arrays. That's kind of what I like to do. There wasn't much clear price action for me. I didn't really see much that I liked, but what I did see was a few things, and I'd just like to make them known. So starting off, we go up. We don't really, on a 15-minute chart, yeah, we don't really take out this buy side. We don't manipulate up and then flush down, taking out all this sell side. So I didn't really know what the markets wanted to do today, and that's totally fine. But going down on the 1 minute, it looked like we had a market structure shift right here, where this got torn through with displacement aggressively. That's what you want to see. See how all this is smooth? And I went over in the first video, in lecture 1 of ICT's lecture notes, he talks about smooth versus rigid order flow. And you want to take a trade against the defending, I call it defending smooth order flow. Why? Because the rigid order flow is more volatile and will produce more, what's the word? It'll give you a clear setup, more clearly, I should say. It's kind of confusing. I'm sorry I'm starting over my words. I don't really know. But I just want to get this trade recap out for y'all. So I guess you could say we took this recent high out. It's not like a large liquidity run, which I like to see. I like to see a higher time frame buy side or sell side taken before I look for any setups. And so we see a market structure shift here because it tears through this with displacement. And then I actually enter my first position or my first trade right at this candle's wick as it goes into this 1 minute fair value gap. Why? Because I saw a market structure shift, I saw liquidity being ran, and I ultimately wanted to see all these lows that have been getting generated ran right through. And it looked like we were. That's what is wrong with this day, I'd say. But or what's wrong with the trade I took is it never ended up doing that. It just took out the new day's low. Not new day, the morning's low. So it comes in here. I might have bought off this. I think I waited till 50%. But I ultimately thought that we were going to go back into a premium before going lower. And we never ended up doing it on either one of these large Judas swings down. And I was ultimately still bearish. So I was looking only for sells. So that's why this is all void. I didn't want to take any trades in that. Also, I wanted to wait till news. So I wanted to see what I wanted to see, but didn't happen, was this fair value gap act as a magnet for price. I wanted to see it come back up all the way up here into a deep premium, into about the OTE range, and then displace lower. It obviously didn't do that, as you can see, but that's what I wanted. But I still entered a trade here because I saw it getting respected by a few candles. And it was just shark biting, but it was respecting it. You want to see what gets respected and disrespected in the market. And that's how you want to trade off of. And so I enter here. And I think I enter 4 contracts, 4 micro contracts. And I take off 2 at the bottoms of these equal lows. And that banked me 250 or something. And then I was targeting... London's low because I thought it would keep going down, but then it came back up, and this is where I entered again. I thought it was a turtle soup, and a turtle soup's a concept by ICT that he teaches, which is basically it's like a retest. It grabs more liquidity before reaching for lower price. So I was like, surely this is a perfect turtle soup, but it didn't give it to me, and I'm totally fine with that. Why? Because I took a loss, but it wasn't a big loss, so I don't let it affect my trading psychology. I stayed disciplined, and I stuck to my guidelines. That's the biggest thing. I don't look at P&L. I don't think it's important to me. I look at setups, and these were perfect, clear setups. I thought this was perfect, but markets didn't give it to me today, and that's totally fine. So it looks like drawing this fair value gap out. I usually trade only in the AM sessions. I don't really look at the market after going into lunch. Why? Because price seems to be less voluminous and not much going on, and it's more smooth, and I like to trade the morning sessions. So I wasn't really looking at price. I'm also a student currently attending university, so I don't have much time. This is like during class and stuff, so I try to stay focused on my schoolwork. But yeah, it looks like you could have entered here and caught this, but it still never ends up reaching these sell sides. And that's fine because it's just generating sell side for it to eventually come down. And that's perfectly okay. So I'll look for these to get rated eventually. So yeah, I take a minor loss, but it wasn't too bad. And this would have been a perfect turtle suit. I think what I did was add a position right here because it looked so clean. But looking back, it never came back into premium. So I think this would have been a better trade around 11 o'clock. But like I said, I was busy and I couldn't get to it. It wasn't too bad. I have a lot to learn. But overall, it wasn't a bad trade. And if y'all want anything from my lecture notes, ICT journal annotations, guidelines, just ask for it in the Discord and I'll give it to y'all. It's free. I don't really care. It's what I do and it's how I'm learning. And this is the main thing is trading psychology, discipline, and just sticking to your rules. Don't let emotion get it. Don't revenge trade. Don't overtrade because those will burn your account. That'll make your account turn to zero real quick. And our goal is to protect capital, especially with a confusing day like this. You don't know where price wants to go. It's kind of going up, down, I call it a wave. It's just like going up, down, but slowly rising to the point where over here it starts to climb all the way back up. But it still never takes up this buy side until the open for Sunday, the Asia session of Sunday. So it's very weird price action at the moment. So protect your capital. And I'll be back. I'm pretty busy this weekend, but I'll be back throughout the week. I'll drop a video here or two. But if y'all want to see some live trading sessions, let me know. Go ahead and give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm happy to do this journey with y'all. I'm kind of using this channel as my own personal journal so I can look back at these videos and see how far I've come. But also, my goal is to help everybody. But I'd like to create a community where we all could help each other. That's the goal, and that's my goal in life. God gave me this God-given power to speak and teach. Even though I don't know it all, I'm not ICT. I'm not Michael Huddleston. I'm just a kid trying to learn his concepts. And I think over time I'll get it. I got a really strong mentality, and I got purpose. And I think purpose-driven people is definitely what I want in this Discord. My goal, I even said it here a few days ago. I said I want a small knitted group of self-driven individuals who just have purpose and understand themselves and what they want out of life. Because let's be real. You could do anything you want in this world. And my whole thing is I want to be able to help people. I think I get the most happiness, and I just love to help people. So that being said, I appreciate you all for watching. And I'll be back with more educational video in the days to come. So I appreciate it. Have a good one.